There was the first, oh my god, okay. There was first the ferry boat moving softly from the Jersey shore at dawn. The moment crystallized into my first symbol of New York.
He walked with confidence, wrapped in his thoughts and looking straight ahead, and it was obvious that his new background was entirely sufficient to him.
The metropolitan spirit.
For I took style and glitter of New York even above its own valuation.
But that night in Bunny's apartment, life was mellow and safe, a finer distillation of all that I had come to love at Princeton.
I had found the third symbol of New York, and I began wondering about the rent of such apartments and casting about for the appropriate friends to share one with me.
When I got back to New York in 1991, I was so entangled in life that a period of mellow monasticism, what is that word? In Washington Square was not to be dreamed of.
Fat chance. For the next 2 years, I had as much control over my own destiny as a convict over the cut of his clothes.
Fifth Ave, and the girls were instinctively drawn east and north toward them. This was the greatest nation, and there was gala in the air.
I recognized them as impressive scenery and regretted that I was committed to other romance.
I bought cheap theater seats at Gray's drugstore and tried to lose myself for a few hours in my old passion for Broadway.
The city. I got roaring, weeping drunk on my last penny and went home.
I was adopted, not even as a detached observer, but as the archetype of what New York wanted.
Then, for just a moment, the younger generation idea became a fusion of many elements in New York life.
But the blending of the bright, gay, vigorous elements began then, and for the first time there appeared a society a little livelier than the solid mahogany dinner parties of Emily Price Post.
Or rather it was we now, did not know exactly what New York expected of us, and found it rather confusing.
Within a few months after our embarkation on the metropolitan venture, we scarcely knew any more who we were, and we hadn't a notion what we were.
Finding no nucleus to which we could cling, we became a small nucleus ourselves, and gradually we fitted our disruptive personalities into the contemporary scene of New York. Or rather, New York forgot us and let us stay.
The Montmartre was a smart place to dance, and Lillian Tashman's fair hair weaved around the floor among the liquored college boys.
We felt like small children in a great, bright, unexplored barn.
An afternoon alone in our apartment, eating olive sandwiches and drinking a quart of Bushmills whiskey presented by Zoe Atkins. Then out in the freshly bewitched city, those strange doors into strange apartments with intermittent swings along in taxis through the soft nights.
Riding in a taxi one afternoon between very tall buildings under a mauve and rosy sky, I began to bawl because I had everything I wanted and knew I would never be so happy again.
From that moment, I knew that New York, however often I might leave it, was home.
There again was my lost city, wrapped in its mystery and promise. But that detachment never lasted long. As a toiler must live in the city's belly, so I was compelled to live in its disordered mind.